Growing up, I was obsessed with video games. I remember getting my first handheld, a Game Boy Color, and playing Pokemon Yellow constantly. Or laughing with family playing Mario Kart on the Wii, getting destroyed in Call of Duty with my friends, or spending way too many hours doing crazy things in Grand Theft Auto. I wanted to fully immerse myself in their worlds, and as time went on, I played more and more video games. I dreamed of a time when I could own and play all the systems I wanted, and buy any game I desired. But as I got older and made this dream a reality, my motivation to play started to fade away. I had all the systems I could want, and a ridiculous backlog of games. So why do games no longer feel like a joy to play? I had to force myself to try new games, and every time I would try one, I would just end up falling off. I know a lot of people are feeling the same way. As they grow up, the love for their childhood hobby is changing. If that sounds like you, then this might be the video you're looking for. Recently, I've been using different techniques to fall back in love with gaming again, and they're working. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 tips that will allow you to enjoy gaming again. Number 1. Multitask with a podcast game. One of the main reasons I stopped playing as many video games and found them harder to get into was because of my lack of time and the many choices I had to spend my free time. As you get older, you naturally have more and more things coming into your life, whether that be your job, education, relationships, other hobbies, you name it. There are 1,000,001 things that can take up those precious seconds, minutes, and hours. So I've learned that I just have to fit gaming in when I can. And one of the best ways of doing this is combining gaming with another one of my hobbies. You might have heard the recent trend of people saying they're playing a podcast game. This is a game that you can turn your brain off to, not have to concentrate, you've just got that gaming loop going on in the background. We're not talking about something with a massive story that you have to concentrate and invest in, but maybe more of a puzzle game, or something with an infinite gameplay loop that's easy to turn your mind off and just play. One of my favourite experiences is doing this with Tetris, and because I'm not concentrating on a massive storyline, I can do other things as I play. Many people like to listen to podcasts, but I also like to mix in audiobooks. It's great to catch up on a bit of reading while doing other things at the same time. This helped to take away some of the pressure or guilt that I felt in playing video games while I could and maybe should sometimes be doing other things. Another option for multitasking while gaming is to watch something on the TV. Other people like to have YouTube on in the background, maybe one of their favourite shows that they like to binge. Just something that makes them feel like they're accomplishing more than just playing the video game itself. This may not be for everyone, and it may not work for every type of game or TV show, book or podcast, but when you have the right mix of gameplay loop and a nice podcast or audiobook to listen to, this one is hard to beat. Number 2. Play shorter video games. In recent years, video games have got ridiculously long. There are a ton of open world, Ubisoft checkpoint games with massive maps and markers all over them with 1,000,001 things to do. And often these are the big experience games that are the most marketed, the ones that everyone is talking about that you really feel like you need to get in and play. But once you've done one 50 to 100 hour game, it's hard to jump straight back in and play another one. This led to me having burnout, getting sick of certain genres, especially open world games. And sometimes through the slog of playing these games, it feels like you're not achieving anything. You're chipping away small amounts at a time and you're never getting that satisfaction of finishing. And that's why I started playing shorter games. Games that can be completed over a weekend. games that can be completed even in one evening or one sitting. Usually these games that are shorter in length tend to be from indie studios and developers, which means you're getting new, fresh, interesting gameplay ideas that you may not get in your AAA open world games. And this helps to bring the joy back to gaming as well. Yes, walking around in a 3D sandbox killing baddies is fun, but there are lots of other techniques and fun gameplay ideas that can be had out there, and a lot of them are wrapped up in these shorter, smaller experiences. I found the sense of accomplishment in starting a game and beating it in one sitting or over the course of one weekend so satisfying. Instead of slogging away for weeks and weeks at a massive game, getting the closure of that game finishing, and there being no bloat and time-wasting side quests, it's a real breath of fresh air. If anyone is getting sick and tired of playing these big huge games, feeling like they're suffering from burnout, check out some smaller experiences from indie studios. You won't regret it. Number 3. Play co-op games. Much like multitasking with a podcast game, playing in co-op can achieve two things at once. Not only are you getting to hopefully play an awesome video game, but you're getting to socialize, have experiences with your friends or family, and do something together. I get it. A lot of times gamers are seen as someone that's stuck away in their bedroom or back room in a dusty dark place filled with screens, clicking away long into the night. But every now and again, we do have to touch grass, and we do have to speak to other people. So combining your gaming nights with some friends in online co-op, or even better, with couch co-op, can be a really fun way to reinvigorate your love for gaming. Playing through a campaign with a friend brought me back to those days of being young again. 7 or 8 years of age, sitting in front of the PlayStation and playing with my brother or sister, passing controllers back and forth, having fun, making up our own games within the game world. These are some of the best experiences you can have in video games. And playing in co-op, I tend to create memories that live longer in the mind. Playing a single player game, I'll maybe forget the story beats here and there, but playing a co-op game, it's the experience and the times that you had with your friends that stick in your mind, the funny things that happen during gameplay. These can be some of the most magical times in gaming, and they really brought back that inner love and inner child and spirit for gaming, playing together and having a fun time. If you're getting sick and tired of gaming, perhaps it's time to break out some co-op classics and have a few friends round. Number 4. Play different genres. If you're into just one type of game, or you've spent a ridiculous amount of time on one series, it might be time to branch out. Once you've hit your 1000th hour in Fortnite or Breath of the Wild, it might be time to try a different genre to spice things up. And you can combine some of my previous tips with this. Perhaps you've been playing Call of Duty non-stop for years. Maybe it's time to put the first-person shooters aside and pick out an indie game with a totally different feel, a puzzle game, a platformer, something completely different with a different art style, different tone, and different theme from the shooters. Not only will it reinvigorate and perhaps get you to love and appreciate a new genre, but it will hopefully get you to remember what you loved about the shooters in the first place. As they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder, and perhaps having that break can make you appreciate your shooters all the more when you come back to them. And I think this is important for hardcore fans of any genre or series. It's always good to have a break, branch out, and play other things. It may just open your mind up to something else that you've never experienced before, and if nothing else, it'll make you appreciate the game, series, or genre that you love so much. It's healthy to give things a break sometimes. Okay, I know I said 5 tips, but I'm going to hit you up with a bonus extra tip. Improve your health. Not loving what you used to could be a sign of depression or other medical issues. If you think this is the case, definitely talk to your doctor, family or friends, and they'll be able to help and support you. But one of the best ways to combat depression is to look after your physical health and get some exercise. Yeah, go out and touch grass. Scary for a gamer. The great thing is that when you're ready to return to your old hobby, you can combine your new fitness drive with video games. Work up a sweat while playing Beat Saber in VR. Play some Wii Sports Boxing, or try Ring Fit Adventure on the Switch. Improving your mental health will hopefully have a knock-on benefit of helping you enjoy your hobbies again. And trying to improve your health and get a bit of exercise obviously is good for the mind, it's good for the body, and it will maybe make you feel less guilty about all those hours being locked away playing your favourite game. And like I said, when you're ready, you can start to combine that new love of fitness and exercise with gaming. There are plenty of fitness experiences out there, much like some of our other examples. It's about using your time wisely. Instead of combining your gaming time with a podcast, maybe you can combine your gaming with exercise, killing two birds with one stone and taking the monotony out of going for a run or walk. You can get a lot of cardio in with fitness games, or play something on the Switch while you're on the exercise bike. There are many possibilities. But the main thing is, take care of your mental health. It's really, really important. Number 5. Take a break from gaming altogether. Yeah, this might not be the tip you would have expected or the one that you want to hear, but sometimes you just have to get away from it all. Like I said in one of the previous tips, absence can make the heart grow fonder, and perhaps just playing another genre or type of game isn't enough. Perhaps you need to just step away completely. Focus on your life outside of gaming. Go out with friends or family, leave gaming behind for a bit, and focus on other hobbies that you've been setting to the side. Read books, watch TV shows, enjoy movies, enjoy getting outside and going for a walk and getting the fresh air. Yes, video games are amazing, but they shouldn't be your entire life and identity. And sometimes you have to let things go to end up falling back in love with it. And this can be different lengths for different people. Maybe you'll step away from gaming for a week or two to get some school assignments done, see your friends, whatever it is that you want to do. Or perhaps you end up leaving gaming for a couple of years to focus on your career, get your life on track, and get to where you want to be. But when you've got time, when you're in the right headspace, you can always pick gaming back up. You're going to have thousands and thousands of experiences from the past that you can delve back into, or you'll have the newest, latest console and be excited to jump back in, being fully recharged and rejuvenated, ready to enjoy your hobby again. And that's what these games are. Hobbies. Video games shouldn't be a slog that we try and repeatedly bash our head against a wall playing. You have to enjoy these things. Treat them as what they are, pieces of entertainment, fun that you should be playing yourself or with others to enjoy your time. If you're not enjoying it anymore, if you're feeling the struggle and falling out of love with gaming, perhaps it's time to leave it behind. At least for a little while. You can always pick it back up later. The games will always be there for you. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please support our channel by hitting the subscribe button, leaving a comment below, or hitting the like button. It helps YouTube get this video to more people, and it really, really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.